Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be doing a new colour along in Rita Berman's new book. So the winner of the colour along is page number 3, which we were voting on. So it's going to be this page that we're going to be doing one little video of each week. And to make things a little bit different, I've taken some little pieces of paper here and I've wrote down each picture. So for this one I've put car, cat, and what we're going to do is just randomly pick a piece of paper out of here and see which one we're going to start with, and we'll do this each week to pick one so that we don't know what we're going to be doing. It'll just be a surprise for all of us. So let's have a look. I'm going to close my eyes and I picked this one and we got the T, so that is this one here. So we're going to start with this one. I'll move these out the way, save them for next time. So yeah, this is the one that we're going to do today. We're going to use the Arteza 120 set. So let's get started. So going in first with raw sienna 301, we're going to fill in the tea in the teacup. So I'm just using light pressure here, just to get a little bit of colour down. Then taking raw umber 302, which is a slightly darker brown, we're going to go in and add some shading in here. So I'm going to go along the rim of the cup because it would be a bit darker along there. And I'm just going to add a circle here, or a half circle there. And then just go back in with raw sienna 301 and fill that all in. So I'm still using light pressure here, but I'm just trying to get a little bit more colour down. There we go. So next I'm taking deep teal 510 and I'm going to use this to fill in the little dots on the cup. So we're going to have nice turquoisey dots. And I'm also going to use this to fill in the little dots on the teaspoon as well. So that it all matches. And then I think we'll do the rims of the plate. So I'm just starting with harder pressure on the edges and then just bringing that a bit lighter as you come towards the middle. I'm just going to leave a little white gap there. So I'm going to do the same for this one. And leave the gap in the same place. Then taking sky blue A500, I'm going to use this to fill in the cup itself. And we're going to do the saucer the same. Just put a little bit more pressure on this bit to darken this bit up because it would be in shadow, and then lighter as you come towards the middle. And we're going to do the same for the bottom. Then taking a slightly darker blue, so I'm going in with Robin Egg Blue 503. We're going to use this to do the rim of the cup. And then we're going to fill in this back bit. And then here where the smoke is, you would see the blue, but it wouldn't be as bright. So I'm just going to go over that with a light coat. Like so. And the handle I think we'll do in deep teal, 510, so that it matches with the little dots and these lines here. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill that all in. And I'm just going to darken up these little bits as well, just to make them stand out a little bit more. For the spoon, I'm going to go in with Fog Grey 002, so this is like the lightest grey in the set. And I'm just going to go over and give this a base. Then taking Steel Grey 007, we're going to go in and add some shading to this. So I'm going to add some shading along this bottom edge here. And then we're going to go all the way around the rim of the spoon, darken that up a little bit. So next, taking Peony Pink 401, we are going to fill in the love heart. And we're going to use this to do these little flowers as well in the background. Then taking Lemon Yellow 104, we're going to fill in the centres of the flowers, make them nice and bright. Then taking Absinthe Green 602, we're going to use this to fill in the leaves in the background. So I'm just going to go over and lightly base all of these leaves. Kind of a funny one to start with, because I would have thought if I would have picked myself, I probably would have picked the boat or even the camper van to start with. I think this one would have probably been one of the last ones that I would have picked the colour, but that's why I thought I'd do that. just a little bit different, so that we don't know which picture that we're going to colour and we can just randomly start colouring. Get the one in the teacup. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying these colour alongs, and I want to say a big thank you to everybody who voted. And I know some people voted for page 1 and page 2, but don't worry, I'll see if I can get some videos up for them as well, just so that you guys don't miss out. But the majority of people voted for this page, so this is the one that we are doing. It's always nice to get you know, your feedback on what pictures you think we should do, and you know, what pencils we should use and things like that. So if you've got any comments or suggestions, you know, feel free to leave them down below. Okay, I think that's all the leaves filled in. So I think I'm going to leave that as it is for now and move on to the butterfly. So for the butterfly's body, I'm going to use raw umber 302. So I'm just going to fill his little body in. I think we're going to do in purple, so I'm going to take eggplant purple 413, and I'm going to use this to start at the bottom wings. So I'm just going to go in here and sort of fill them into about halfway, and do the same for this one. And then taking plum purple 406, we're going to just fill in the bottom bit and blend that in to the eggplant. And then we're going to do the opposite for the top wings. So I'm going to start with plum purple, and I'm going to fill in halfway. And then going back in with eggplant purple, we're going to do the ends of the wings. And just blend that down into the plum purple. Now for the dots on his little wings, I'm going to use turquoise 406. So I'm just going to fill them in. Hopefully you'll be able to see them. Okay, so the last thing that we need to tackle is this teapot. And I think we'll do the flower the same kind of colours that we've done that. So I'm going to go in with lemon yellow 104, and we will fill in this piece. Then take in peony pink 401. I'm just going to go and fill in quite lightly the petals. So then taking plum purple 406, we're going to use this to do these tiny little edge bits here to make that darker. And then I'm just going to use this in the centre here and just bring it out slightly to add a little bit of depth to these petals. Not leaves, they're flowers. And then using absinthe green again, we're going to fill in these leaves so that they match all the leaves that we've already done. So then taking sky blue 500, sorry, we're going to fill in the background of the teapot so that it matches the teacup and saucer. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill this in. So next, taking deep teal 510, I'm going to fill in the handle because we did that for this one, for the cup, so that it matches. And I think we'll do the spout as well. For the inside of this spout where it pours, I'm going to use the sky blue for that, but I'm putting a bit more pressure on so it's a little bit darker. Okay, and then going back in with deep teal. So I think what I'm going to do is every other one at the bottom I'm going to make in deep teal. So we'll do this one, and this one in deep teal. And then I think we'll do the same for this top bit. So if I do the bottom ones, and then it'll break it up a little bit. So let's fill these in. Then go back in with sky blue A500, and I'm going to fill in the opposite ones. And then I'm going to fill the little ball on the top in as well. And then just to bring an element of pink into the teapot itself other than on the flower, I'm going to use Peony Pink 401, and I'm going to fill in this little top bit here. And I'm also going to use it to fill in these little berries. And now going back in with, not that colour, now going back in with Plum Purple 406, I'm going to add some shade to the Love Heart. So I'm going to shade it on this side. So I'm just going to go around the very edge with this colour, which is a bit darker. And just add a bit of shade on there. Does it look any different? Might have to do a bit more. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same for these little flowers. So I'm just going to add some right in next to the yellow part, just to give it a little bit more depth. So next I'm going to use Forest Green 614, and I'm going to use this to add some shade into the leaves. So for these ones on the teapot, I'm literally just going to do a tiny bit in the bottom. So just here. And I'm not using circular motions for this, I'm just sort of going up and down. So then it's not a straight line. So we'll do the same for these. Okay, so that's all the little ones done. So now we're going to do the bigger ones. So I'm going to use this to create a bit of a shadow through the middle. We'll do the same for this one. And this one. So going back in with Steel Grey 007, I'm going to use this to do the steam that's coming off the cup. So I'm just going to go in with light pressure and I'm just going to fill in where the lines are and take it all the way up to the top. Just going to go round this one here a little bit. Okay. And then all we need to decide now is what colour we're going to do the background. I think it's going to have to be pink. Pink? Purple? We will decide. Okay guys, so I'm back. I just stopped recording for a minute so that I could do this. So to sort of work out what colour background that I was going to do. So I've decided to go for purple. So the lightest shade that we're going to use is the UBE purple 4110. And then the darker shade that I've picked is Lavender 409. So we're going to go ahead and fill this in now. So I'm going to use the lighter shade first. And I'm just going to start here where we've got the grey, and I'm just going to use really light pressure to sort of blend that into the grey and then get a bit more pressure as you come away. So hopefully we won't have any harsh lines. So then going in with Lavender 409, we're going to use this to add some shade. So the first place I'm going to do is in here because I think that would be a bit darker. So I'm going to go around the top edge and just add some shade into there. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the lighter colour in as well. And then we'll do the same here. So we'll just add some along this side here and along the bottom. And we'll add some around this edge. And just lift the pressure off as you come away, just to blend that out a bit better. This bit here I'm going to do all dark. And then I'm going to go under here. So again, just hard pressure when you're right underneath. And then just lift off the pressure as you come out to blend it out. We'll do underneath the butterfly. This little bit here. And we'll go under the spoon. Fit in this corner a bit darker. Then we're going to go underneath here. And underneath the cup handle. And then we'll do the inside edge of this. Put some under here. And along its spout. Darken up this corner. And under here. Okay, so going back in with UBE Purple 410, I'm just going to add a little bit of colour just onto the shadow. So where we've put the shadows, I'm just going to use this to blend it out and make it a bit smoother. So I'm not using a lot of pressure here, I'm just going over it lightly. Just to get rid of any of the harsh lines from the darker purple. Then going in with a white Posca pen, I'm going to go over these lines in the steam to make them look like more steamy. And we're going to add some highlights to the spoon. Then in the tea, just going to do some circular highlights. And that's it, you guys. That is the finished little picture. I'll just zoom you out a bit. I'm quite pleased with how this came out. I actually quite like the purple background. I think it looks pretty cool. So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think of the little, you know, the little paper bits to pick which page we do. If you want me to keep doing that, or if you want me to just work through and pick them in a different order, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.